there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters and today we're in the Cayman Islands, probably one of the places you're going to fly to that you're probably never going to get a free upgrade. And I thought that was a reason why I should talk about how do you get the free upgrades. And so what I have on this list today are basically 7 ways that can help you get a free upgrade. And realize these days it's a lot harder to get that free upgrade than you used to, okay? So do be aware of that. A lot of times it just doesn't happen. But here's some things you could do that could help you get a better chance of getting that upgrade. And honestly, I'll start with the most important thing. Sign up for the airline's loyalty programs. Look, loyalty matters when it comes to upgrades. And if you're one of those people that collects the miles, collects the statuses, those things get you the free upgrades. I know for us, we fly Delta a lot. I never buy above economy seats because we've flown so much. We know that we're probably gonna get some upgrades to like Comfort Plus, maybe a first class here and there. Because airlines really do upgrade their people first. And the thing is, when you sign up for these programs, sometimes they give you free upgrades when you sign up. Other times, maybe you sign up for a credit card that will give you free upgrades. These kind of things will help you get a better chance of getting an upgrade, okay? Because if you're not in their program, it's probably not gonna happen. Now, the second thing that can help you is just fly alone. Solo travelers are so much easier to move around, to upgrade one, to put them in a seat, to make things easier so we can put a family together. It's just one of those things. You become a nice little easy chess piece they can move around. Because usually solo travelers are more flexible with things, so that can be helpful. Also, what you have to realize, if you're in a group, some airlines don't let you upgrade in a group. So if you go with your family, if you have status, if there's 4 of you, like airlines like Delta, you won't get the upgrade. So actually what Joss and I do is we'll actually split our tickets. I'll take one of the kids and Joss will take the other kids. And then we might get to be upgraded because there's fewer of us to get the upgrade, you know, so 2 of us will get it and 2 of us won't. But honestly, if you're in a group ticket, split it off. Or if you're going to be going with a group someplace, buy your own ticket, flying solo, flying on your own, much better chance of getting an upgrade than if you're a group of 6 people. Because there's not going to be 6 or 7 spots available in that first class or business class cabin to give away upgrades. Because I can tell you, when I fly by myself, I get significantly more upgrades when we go as a family. Even when we split the ticket and there's 2 of us versus 4 of us. Another thing I think is important to mention, regardless of status you have, regardless of when of your flying habits or who you're flying with, another really important thing to think about when you're looking to get those upgrades is just knowing you got to fly when it's not busy. Like if you're flying on a Monday or a Friday, forget about it. Too many business travelers. Oh, you're going to Europe in July? Yeah, you're not getting that upgrade. So maybe you do fly on that Tuesday or Wednesday, or you come home on a Sunday instead, you get a better chance. Because I know for us, we fly back to our small little airport. When I fly during the week, very few upgrades. But every time I come back on a Sunday night on that 10 o'clock flight, oh, who's first class? It happens. Now, another thing I think is very important if you want to try to get that upgrade is you got to realize you've got to look and act the part. Remember, slobs, it's really hard for them to get first class upgrades, business class upgrades, because they don't want that to like show that, oh, our first class passengers are slobs. Now, I'm not saying slobs can't buy tickets, all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying for them, when they're looking to give an upgrade, if you look like trash, they're not going to put you with the fancy people, the fancy first classers. All right, so dress the part. You know, do the business casual thing. I'm not saying a suit and tie, but a business casual. Just you have your sundress, have a dress on. These kind of things do make a difference in their eyes when they're thinking who we're going to upgrade. And that's why it's important also just think about it. Be polite, be professional, and be friendly when you're checking in and you're at the gate. That can be helpful. And speaking of being friendly and talking to the people, I think that's another thing I need to mention is ask. Literally ask when you check in, ask at the gate if there are any free upgrades available. Now, there's no guarantee that's going to work, but it doesn't hurt to ask when you're going there and you're checking in and you're at the gate. But I will say, make sure when you do ask, they're not getting, overrun by people at the gate or at check-in. When it's a little more open for them to talk, that might be a better time to do it. And another thing is when you're talking to them, another thing I might want to say is mention if it's a special occasion. If you're flying for your birthday and they can see that, your anniversary, maybe it's your honeymoon, let them know. Sometimes they can give you the upgrade. Oh, the honeymoon couple, you know what? We're gonna upgrade you. Or maybe you just get a little glass of champagne, or they announce that, hey, congratulations to Mark and Jocelyn, celebrating your anniversary and your flight here to the Cayman Islands. That could be a little bit of something that you could get it, but just ask, right? And let them know about the occasions. But I wanna say, in terms of getting a free upgrade, probably your best bet is just use your miles. And some people say, oh, miles? Well, that's not free. I had to spend to get the miles. Yeah, you did, but the miles is a way you can actually help yourself get an upgrade. And honestly, for me and for Jocelyn, we found that using miles to get upgrades was actually a better bang for the buck than actually using miles to buy tickets. So look at that. because Jocelyn's used it a number of times to get a little bit extra comfort, you know, when she's been flying. Because we have all these miles, might as well use them, and upgrades is a good way to do it. And then you're paying for an expensive upgrade with miles you weren't sure what to do with them. And then there's Jocelyn's favorite way to get a free upgrade, and that is look for airline deals, okay? Jocelyn flies a lot of times in off season, and she'll get little emails from Delta saying, oh, would you like to fly first class or you know, premium select to Europe? And it's like the same price as flying economy, but it's specific dates. So if you're flexible when you can fly, when those deals come out, that can be a great time to get a free upgrade. Yes, you pay for the ticket, but you're paying an economy price, but getting like a first class or a business class ticket because of that deal, okay? So these are some of the ways that I've found work very well to get you a better chance of getting a free upgrade. What have you seen works to get a free upgrade? Let us know in the comments below to help out other travelers. Wish you all the best. I'll say bye. We're here in the Cayman Islands. And oh, you don't get a lot of free upgrades here because so many business travelers come here that their business already paid for them to get first class and business class and all that stuff. So where you're going to fly also impact if you get a chance to get it. Also, if you're going from a main hub, like with a lot of business travel, that's going to be tougher. So like those side airports, yeah, that might be your best bet. Anyway, bye from the Caymans.